So next up, we have Kevin Tom from the iGoogle team to give an update on how iGoogle is doing.
Hi guys, how you doing? Just a quick update on iGoogle. iGoogle, as you guys are familiar with, is Google's personalized homepage. It's similar to My Yahoo in that it's a private, user-focused homepage. There are no profile views. iGoogle users, we have tens of millions of iGoogle users. It's a very global product. There's only about 40% of the traffic for iGoogle is in the US, but over half of the traffic is now international. You can also see that we support 42 languages and 73 domains. The big countries listed on the bottom, there's a number of big countries in EMEA, in the UK, and we also have Japan and some other countries in there too. Recent progress, we continue to iterate on the sandbox. We've made a number of improvements. The first is that it got a much fuller Friends Manager in September, and so it supports groups, it supports searching, autocomplete, and lots of other things. We also launched a new app data store on that date. On 10/16, we launched the Canvas view to all of our users in the US. So this is one of the stepping stones towards our OpenSocial integration. We have the left nav to allow users to quickly switch between different Canvas views on iGoogle, and we think that that's going to be really exciting as more and more gadgets start to get those. We also launched OAuth support, so you can start to see some gadgets accessing private secure data via OAuth. Google Books is one of the first. We're going to release a couple more exciting OAuth gadgets as early as next week. Upcoming features, we're trying to take the Canvas view out internationally. We've seen very positive response in our user metrics to the Canvas view, and so we're looking at taking that to a lot of our top tier countries. Chat, which is already supported in the sandbox, is coming to iGoogle. 0.8 support. We already have some partial 0.8 support, but some of the bigger pieces like REST and RPC, they'll be coming within the next few months. The Friends Manager is coming, as well as the Updates gadget, which will be getting an overhaul in the sandbox soon. So I wanted to take this time to just focus on a couple key things for iGoogle. iGoogle is, I was happy to hear everyone talking about designing for specific containers, how the virality changes, how the design changes. That's extremely important for iGoogle. And so there are a couple key pointers just for iGoogle in particular. One is to focus on the content as much as possible. There are no profile pages, so the content is for the user, for the logged in user, and for the viewer. Because of that, and because it's their homepage, something that they're viewing all the time, try and be very high on the information density. Keep any labels, static content to a minimum. Anything that's stale or unlikely to change on a daily basis, try and remove that from the app or hide it under a second level, but really focus on things that change on an hourly or at minimum a daily basis. Latency as a homepage. We've started implementing automated tests on our side where we're actually measuring and running milliseconds, bytes, a number of requests, and a number of other things that affect latency on all of the gadgets that are running on iGoogle. And we're soon going to start emailing that information out to all of the iGoogle developers and working with them to make their gadgets faster. It has a tremendous impact on how much usage gadgets get on the platform. A couple tips there: aggressively cache JavaScript and CSS files in the caching headers, reduce requests, combine all of your JavaScript files. You should only really need one JavaScript file. Sprite as many of the standard images together as possible, and compile and minify the JavaScript file, of course. And then from UI, mostly some platforms have very fixed sizes around how the gadget displays. With iGoogle, we try and maximize the space as the browser changes sizes or a user switches computers. And so make sure that your gadget appropriately handles different resolutions well and scales down and scales up with the user. The other thing is follow conventions of popular gadgets as far as how links are displayed and what types of images to use and things like that. So that's it, short and sweet. If you're ready to build, sign up for the sandbox at .com/IG/sandbox to get all the latest and greatest features. We also have a forum, blog, and we run periodic IRC hours. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Kevin.